Say hello to Jimmy in Cincinnati, and he says hello, and he's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Jim, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Chris?
All right, Jimmy. Nice to talk to you. Let me hear.
Yeah, just a comment about the regular season and it not being worthwhile to watch it. I feel like the committee is kind of lost a little. Maybe it's because of the big money in the tournament. But it used to be you watched the teams that improved during the year and the teams that did well playing on the road. Because if you're improving during the year and you do well on the road, you're going to do pretty well in the tournament. Now, obviously, that doesn't help if you don't have a coach that knows how to adjust in-game to different styles. And that's why guys like, out of Cincinnati are having a hard time. But I feel like the regular season does matter. I just don't think they're looking at it the right way anymore.
Well, listen. I think the problem with the regular season is that here's the best way to explain it. Syracuse's season is continuing, and Virginia's season ended on Friday. So Virginia had the great regular season, Jimmy, and Syracuse did not. Syracuse probably should not have been in the NCAA tournament, and the Virginia was the 1 seed, and Syracuse's year goes 1 week longer than Virginia's. Now, I understand that, it's a new baby in the playoffs, but it's in the one-and-done format. Now, Virginia played a horrendous game. They got nobody to blame but themselves. But the idea that a Syracuse can go 8-10 in the league, 9-11 overall, if you think about they split 2 games. No, they didn't play the first day. I think they went. I don't think they played that. They played. Yeah, I think they did. They went 9-11 overall in the league. 9-11. They lost 11 of 20 in the regular season in the ACC, and they are playing right now, and Virginia is not. That is, to me, I don't know how you solve that. But there is just not enough. See, if you go out there in baseball and you play 162 games and you go, 162 and you win the division after 6 months and you win the division, there's something that you like about it. There is you can put a flag up. Now, it'll be a bitter ending if you lost, but at least you won a division. And then normally in baseball, you're not going to be able to go 9-11 and make the playoffs. It's not happening. You're going to have to be a good team to make the playoffs in baseball. And normally you put a good team to make the playoffs in football. But in the NCAA, you don't have to be a good team to get into the NCAA tournament. And then you can have these wild rides that, as it turns out, means that you, in a lot of ways, had a better season than Tony Bennett did. Would you rather have, if you're a Syracuse fan right now, would you rather have the season that Virginia did, or would you rather still be playing? You'd rather probably still be playing. I know that's easy to say that right this second, and maybe you wouldn't have said that in February 1st, but the theme is correct. The idea is to play as long as you can. That is the idea of these tournaments. Mike is in Vegas, and he's with us here, and he's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Mike, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What's going on?
Good. How are you?
Fine, Michael. Thank you. What's up now? What do you have for me?
The first week was amazing, but there was not one game that's left that I'm not even remotely interested in.
Well,
and
Duke,
right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Duke Villanova, you're interested in if they get that far.
If they both win. Is there one Sweet 16 game you're interested in watching?
No, the Sweet 16 right now. If you put me on a desert island and I only could watch one Sweet 16 game, I think I'd pick Michigan, Texas A&M. But the other sweet, that's the one I'd pick. You could pick Kansas, Clemson, but I think I'd pick Michigan, Texas A&M. The other Sweet 16 games are atrocious, and if you look they are, and if you look ahead, the only game, because of the injury with Purdue, the only game that I like in the regional final is Duke, Kansas.
That's it. That's the only game, and changes the ratings. You'll never see better ratings in a golf tournament ever than when the Masters comes up. If we talk about ratings, that's going to blow everything out of the water.
Well, for golf, I mean, remember it's golf. It's not the NFL. So, in comparatively speaking, it's for the golf scenario. But that is away from a holiday weekend. It's away from Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday. That Masters if they have a good day with a leaderboard on Sunday afternoon, will be, and that means Tiger specifically, and 3 or 4 other guys who are good, that will be a hell of a tournament. No question about it. Here is Evan in Buffalo. Got a chance. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Ev, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
What's up, doggy? How you been?
Fine, Evan. Thank you. What's on your mind now? Let me hear.
I got a couple things. First, you're already counting Kansas out. You've already got a Duke.
No, all I said was the game of the tournament, if we get it, is Duke Villanova. That's what I said.
Yeah, well, don't forget.
Kansas will be dangerous.
Out in the Midwest.
Kansas will be dangerous. I think Villanova is going to be there in the Final Four. Duke against Kansas, they could lose. I would not rule that. I don't think they will, but they could lose. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Well, my first point is I'm getting sick to my stomach thinking about Kentucky and Coach Kale making it to the Final Four. I cannot believe the way it's played out for them, especially after, before the tournament, Calipari's up there crying about how difficult his draw is.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I did not hear him say that. I guess he was moaning and groaning about going to Boise, too. And now Kentucky's sitting there with Loyola, Chicago, Nevada, and Kansas State. So he's got an excellent chance to get to San Antonio. Now, watch, sometimes, you play that dangerous team, who knows? But you would think Kentucky be in good shape. You're right about that. Next, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually called to talk about Kansas as well, and because you were knocking them. But, I know Self isn't a guy that you love in the tournament, but this year he has done one of his best coaching jobs. And I know that might sound, odd to a casual fan because they're number 1 seed. But this team is not his most talented team he's had, since he's been there. They only play about 6 guys. And I just think he's done a phenomenal job this year, probably one of his best jobs of his career. And go figure, this will be the year they get to the Final Four with his least talented team.
Yeah, sometimes it works that way. You give yourself enough chances, and he does an excellent job. They're consistent. They're a powerhouse program. And let's face it, folks, let's just go through the team. I mean, you know who the powerhouse programs are. I mean, Kentucky's a powerhouse program. Duke's the powerhouse program. Villanova's becoming a powerhouse program. Kansas is a powerhouse program. Gonzaga is a powerhouse program because they get such an easy conference. I think that helps them. Michigan's not there yet as a powerhouse program. Virginia's not there yet as a powerhouse program. I think I named the ones. Kentucky, Villanova, and he's there, believe it or not. Kansas, Duke, North Carolina. About 5. 9 in front of the hour. We continue. Mad Dog Unleashed.
This is the Barstool